welcome back to the often imitated but never duplicated What's Happening at Wabash High School this week. Hey, once again, College Go Week is in the books, and you could not have asked for nicer weather these past couple days this weekend. Hopefully, it'll soon be time to pull out those sweatshirts, get some apple cider, but unfortunately, it does sound like we're going to get some more summer temperatures this week, so be prepared for that. But before I get too far into this week's message, I want to congratulate the girls golf team on competing at regionals this past Friday. Congratulations, ladies. We are all proud of you. You guys represented Wabash High School like none other, and thank you for that, and just a great job all around. So, once again, as I mentioned, College Go Week is in the books, and it was just great weather. Unfortunately, we're going to have some of those dog days of the high heat coming back at us. But this week, at least it's going to be nice for sectionals because we have tennis sectionals this week. So if you haven't made plans, be sure to head out, support our tennis team as they compete in the opening rounds of sectional at Peru this week. And on top of that, we've also got cross-country teams competing in the conference meet on Saturday. Our soccer teams are going to be finishing up their regular seasons this week. And if you haven't been following the soccer teams, boys, they're looking at possibly winning a conference. They're in the running for the conference title. So that'll be decided this week. And of course, we have our weekly volleyball games, unified football, and then on Friday, we're going to have some major Friday night lights here at Alumni Field. So be sure to wish everybody good luck and come out and support them. Now, there are a couple things I want to talk to everybody about as we move into this week. First of all, during lunch, we have been allowing you, the students, to leave the cafeteria when you're finished eating and to come back over to the high school. This was so that you guys could use the restroom facilities, get ready for fourth period class without incident. It was just kind of a privilege to allow you guys to do that. However, unfortunately, some individuals have taken advantage of this and have abused this privilege. So moving forward, we are not going to allow you to leave the cafeteria without the permission of those on supervision duty, which would be Mr. Blossom, myself, or one of the counselors or social workers. So, hey, I'm sorry. I really am. We give you guys a lot of liberties. We want to treat you like young adults. I know you want to be treated like young adults. But unfortunately, when people abuse those liberties, they take advantage of things. Things get destroyed. Vandalism occurs. We can no longer allow that to happen. So for the safety of others and for the safety of our facilities, unfortunately, it is now a requirement that you're going to have to stay in the cafeteria until we release you when it's time. Also, students, the first couple months, as we were getting used to things and figuring things out on how long it was going to take to the cafeteria and back, walking through the connector to get to the cafeteria, coming back over to the cafe through the connector, we had the back doors open so that you could cross across the back parking lot, the back area to come in the back doors of the cafeteria. That is going to be no more. Effective Monday, those doors are going to be locked, and all movement between the high school and cafeteria will be through the connector corridor. We spent a lot of money building this connector to keep you, our students, safe and indoors. And so to continue to have you go outside, be outside, cross outside, have doors possibly unlocked, it's just a safety hazard, and we're not going to allow that anymore. So everybody going to and from the cafeteria, no matter what, will be through the connector and through the middle school lobby. So, and speaking of the cafeteria, when school started, we allowed you students to pick where you wanted to sit for the semester. So if something happened and we had to contact trace, and unfortunately we still have to contact trace during lunch, that's what the governor's mandate states. we knew where everyone was sitting, and we could do it relatively easily. Um, this rule has not changed. Okay, you still have to sit in your assigned areas, and you cannot just get up and move somewhere else. If something happens, you can't sit in that seat anymore. You can only be moved under the permission of Mr. Blossom, counselors, social worker, myself. So this is a non-negotiable rule. You know where you're supposed to sit. You sat where you were supposed to sit for the first month and a half. I don't know why these last couple weeks everybody's decided to get up and wants to start roaming around, but be where you are supposed to be. Okay, and that's all we're asking. Just be where you're supposed to be. So, also, I want to make sure that at the end of the day, when you are exiting the building, okay, and heading towards the buses or heading towards the student parking lot, understand no one is to be leaving through the high school gymnasium. Okay, it's not a shortcut. This is not an exit to the outside. All students, if you are heading towards the buses or if you are heading towards the student parking lot, you are to leave either through the front doors of the building by the high school office or through the connector and out the middle school doors. Whether it's the main doors into the connector middle school area or through the middle school lobby down the courtyard and into the student parking lot. This is for safety reasons. It's to keep you out of the bus drive. It's to keep you from running in between the buses and playing Frogger with the buses. We don't want anybody to get run over. We don't want anybody to get hurt. So if you have questions about this or any of the items I've mentioned previously, just come and see me or send me an email and I will explain them to you further. But the high school gym is not an exit, and you need to exit through the connector and the middle school. So with all of that, this brings us to the final 2 weeks. This week brings us to the final 2 weeks in the first 9-week grading period. So it is extremely, vitally important for you to get all of your homework and assignments finished and turned in on time, okay? If you have any missing work, and I know there are students out there who have missing work, you got to get it completed. Get it completed, okay? For some of you, there are going to be events during the day. Others may have extracurricular contests after school. No matter what's going on, do not let these things be a distraction to you. Get your work completed, okay? Completing all your work, finishing the first grading period, you've got to do it strongly, okay? This has got to be your top priority. Should you have questions regarding classwork, make sure you ask, okay? I have been literally harping at all students all week that, all semester, excuse me, all the grading period. I've been harping at you guys to ask your teachers, ask for help, okay? You remaining silent or trying to work through something that you do not understand alone is a recipe for disaster, all right? Your teachers are there to help you, so keep working towards your goals. Never give up. Keep going towards those goals. It's not too late. We still have 2 weeks left. I know you all want to be treated as young adults, and as young adults, you should be able to watch your own grades and manage things on your own. However, I also know that you are all teenagers and not necessarily experts in organization and decision making. So, with all the distractions we've had these past couple weeks, College Go Week, homecoming, etc., I don't want things to sneak up on anyone, and suddenly, you're here in 2 weeks saying, "Well, I didn't know it was the end of the grading period. I didn't." No, not an excuse. Okay, now the end of the grading period is coming up. You've got to ask. You got to get things completed. You got to get things turned in. Okay, so please get that done. All right. Now, all of that said, let's take a look at the calendar for this week. On Monday, don't forget, IUK classes will meet. We're going to do some NWEA makeup testing in the afternoon for those students who didn't get it done this past week. And then our extracurriculars on Monday, we've got boys varsity tennis versus Whitcoe at home. boys varsity soccer versus North Miami at North Miami, and this is the final conference game for the boys team. So good luck to them. And then boys C team football versus McConaughey at McConaughey. Tuesday, something new's going on here on Tuesday during lunch and advisory. Those members of jazz band are going to be able to meet in the band room and practice and work. So if you're interested, if you're already in jazz band, great. If you're interested in maybe joining jazz band, this is a great time to get over and talk to Miss Wintery about what can be done on that. 6 p.m. girls varsity soccer versus North Miami out on beautiful Alumni Field. And we're going to have girls JV varsity volleyball versus Rochester at home that night. Wednesday again, IUK Day. It is also Wednesday the 29th is also the Wabash High School blood drive. This is going to be going on all day. It's going to be going on in the connector, so it's kind of exciting there. And we're going to have the blood drive happening. So if you have not signed up, I think there are still some places signed up. You must be 16 or older to donate blood, and you have to get a parents' permission to do that. But hey, it's a great cause. So come be part of something that's good and can save a life. During lunch and advisory, IUK is going to have a virtual visit, and then in the evening, 5:15, boys varsity tennis is going to be starting their sectional run, and then we've got girls varsity soccer versus Oak Hill on the road. Thursday, during lunch advisory, jazz band's going to meet again. We've got boys varsity tennis at sectional. We got boys varsity soccer versus Carroll of Flora at home, last regular season soccer match. And then the girls JV varsity volleyball versus Tip Valley on the road. Friday, if you need to talk to your counselors, you're going to want to do that in the morning. The counselors have a Heartland Career Center meeting in the afternoon, so they will be out from about 12:30 onward. We've got our Apache Way pass recognition in the afternoon. 6 p.m. at night, it's going to be Harvest Ball setup. We're going to have Harvest Ball this year out in the connector of the courtyard there at the middle school. So kind of excited to see how that's going to turn out, what that's going to look like. And then Friday Night Lights, varsity football versus North Miami at home. Saturday in the morning, co-ed varsity cross country at the TRC meet up at Manchester. And then 8 p.m. at night, Saturday, Harvest Ball. So make sure you got your tickets bought and come out to what's going to be a great time from 8 to 11. Outside dance under the tent, under the lights. So a lot of excitement about what's going to occur and what's going to happen there. Hey, Wabash, a lot going on, a lot happening. So make sure you stay up on things. And most of all, most important, let's have fun this week. And we'll see everybody bright and early Monday morning. Take care, Wabash.